Hey y'all, what's up? And welcome to DansDen Live number 31. And I've gone for a run. I've done my exercise today. That's 2 this week, and I'm going for 4. So not tomorrow, but Thursday, Friday, I'm gonna go for another run and see how it goes. But my goodness, yesterday people were talking about how they couldn't believe I was the age I was. But I I know that while I don't look that age, my body sometimes reminds me that I am that age. So before, like, I used to be able to run like half marathons and stuff, not like with massive amounts of confidence. I was certainly achy and I felt a lot of pain afterwards, but I could do it. Now I don't feel that that's such an easy possibility. I think I could do it. I think I still could run a half marathon for sure. And I know exactly the route I would take to do it, but actually doing it, it's a frightening thing to consider. It's a frightening thing to consider at this point, but I'd really have to think about the logistics of that. I've got my route, and my route has a really nice big hill on it. It's a really nice, big, steep, uncomfortable hill. And it's one of those hills where it starts off really steep, and then you get to a point and the hill kind of starts to straighten out a little bit. But then actually it's a big old lie. It's a big old lie. It just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. Today I did the reverse route, so actually I ended up going down and down and down and down, but still, no. But interestingly, I do the same route backwards, and I was actually like 3 minutes faster. And you think, obviously, going down, 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 sure, yeah. But actually, you always end up in the same place. So the amount of up you do is the same as the amount of down you do. So, yeah, 3 minutes is a lot. That's a lot. It's a very, very large amount of time to be faster. And I'm thinking, oh, do you know what? I think I know why it is. Yeah, because my route, when I go backwards, my route at the beginning is actually a lot of down. There's a bit of up, but it's a lot of down and then flat. And then there's a bit of up at the beginning, at the end. Whereas if I go the way I usually go, it's actually a bit of down, then a lot of flat, and then the rest is up. For like the last kind of 20 minutes of running, it's just up a hill. So actually, yeah, that'll be why. Cool. Well, there's that problem solved. Fantastic. Good. Glad we got that done. Let's have a look in the book. Oh, God. Let's have a look in the book. Also, I need to find a quiz. Oh, actually, I know what I'm going to do. Oh, actually, do I want to do that way? How can I make this work? How can I make this work? I don't know. Hello, Ethan. How's it going, buddy? How are you feeling today? Are we better today? Are you doing well? Are you okay? Let me know. I'm just actually looking for a quiz now to do, and I'm trying to think of what kind of quiz would be a fun quiz to do that would be easy. Let me think. Let me have a think about this. Let me have a think about this. Oh, I know. I know exactly what kind of quiz I'm going to do. Here we go. All right. Give me the juice. Give me the juice. Yeah, that's the one. All right. Yes, please. Come on. Come on. Give it. Oh, God, I'm going to choke. You're a bit better. Good. Go on a walk later to get some fresh air. Excellent stuff, man. That's good to hear. Superb. Go out in nature where you won't need a bag. You just vomit on the side of the road and you'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. Good stuff. No, that's good to hear you're feeling better, man. That's good. Are you kind of more out of bed now and you're able to move around a bit more? Are you able to eat a bit more? Is it staying down? Is it still coming up? Or is it coming up less often? Do let me know. I hope that's all good. Oh, what is this? Under 10 minutes. Oh, no, I don't really want to do that. Thank you. I don't want that. I don't. Oh, goodness me. Okay, fine. Well, no, this isn't helpful. I don't want this. I just want like. This is so annoying. Like when you're Googling quizzes, right? They think that you want to do the quiz. It's like, no, I want to run the quiz. I don't want to do the quiz. Like, I want to do the quiz, but I want the answers as well. And it's really annoying. You're still being sick, but you're out of bed a bit more. Good. Okay. Well, that's good. Progress. Slow, but sure. Excellent. Excellent. No, that's good to hear. Right. Okay, fine. We'll just have to do this the hard way then. We'll just have to do this the hard. Oh, I know. Hang on. Let's see. Let's just go with this. There we go. Okay. This should be it now. Yes. Okay. But you don't have the answer. You don't have the answers. I need the answers. Oh my God. Star Wars quiz. Oh, well, you know, that's a good idea, Ethan. Good idea. Do you know, actually, because you're here, Ethan, I'm going to do that. Let's do a Star Wars quiz. Screw it. Screw my idea. You came first. You get to pick the quiz. And maybe that's actually what I'll do. I'm going to see whoever comes first picks the quiz topic. So it's all about who logs in quickest. Like the way you're thinking there, Ethan. I like the way you're thinking. Let's see if I can make this. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. All right. Star Wars quiz. I think this should be fine. Star Wars. Okay. Oh, of course. And it was May 4th yesterday. May the 4th be with you. So we'll do that. Okay, fantastic. Good. Hi, Veronica. Hello. How's it going? How's Veronica been today? How is she? How's our VV? Oh, Ethan. This guy. Veronica, you seeing this? You seeing this, yeah? Channel notifications switched on. This guy knows. This guy's connected. We just made an agreement. Whoever logs into the videos first gets to pick the topic of the quiz. So there you go. Look at that. I'm all right. Thank you, Veronica. I went for a run this morning. And if I'm perfectly honest, I am pooped. I'm very pooped. So I'll explain in a second. There we go. Someone sent me a message. I'm just letting them know that I've started my live. Oh, I've got new notifications on Facebook. Isn't that fun? You always ask how you are, but do you ever ask how I am? I mean, I do. I do. Oh, you do as well, Veronica. You have the notifications on. Good stuff. Well done. I do. I just don't want to sit here and you know, be all like, I'm okay. I'm going to talk about me for too long. But if you want to know, then yeah, I'm like, I'm okay. So actually what I was saying at the beginning of this video, it's funny. I'll start videos. I'll talk to myself. And then when someone logs in, I'll just repeat everything I said before you joined. But, you know, yeah, the other day you were talking about, it was yesterday, you were saying, I can't believe you're this old, you know, and how old I am. Well, I'll say this much. Oh, my monitor's just been switched off. Okay, hang on. Wait, I'm coming back. I didn't mean to do that. I hope I'm still live. I'm sure the monitor makes no difference. It does make a difference. So, yeah, like I might look young or act younger than I am. But the truth is my body is definitely aging. So I went for a 4.5 mile run this morning, second time in a row. So yesterday I did 4.5 miles. Today I did 4.5 miles. I did a little exercise when I got back. Now, what's good is my press ups are getting better. My pull ups are getting way better, which is exactly where I wanted to be. I wanted to get more pull ups in. But my running, it's got a lot worse. I've done 3 half marathons in my life. And maybe it's just because I haven't been running that much. So I haven't been training as much. But I feel like I've started way back. And my knees are not in a good way. So my body itself... Okay, so my body itself is just, you know, telling me like, hey, whoa, hey. And I think it's all a matter of conditioning. I don't think it's about old age per se. I think it's a case of the better you look after yourself growing up, the less likely you're going to feel old. So I kind of gave myself a little bit of, you know, TLC with my fitness and working out and da-da-da. So I don't feel really crap. I could feel worse, which I think is the part that I want to keep mindful of. But the fact that I didn't stretch, the fact that I never stretched, I never did yoga or anything, I think that's where it's paying off. Not paying off. That's where I'm paying for it now. Because my body, it means that my body isn't as limber or as agile as it could be. So I can't, as I have done, I can't really not work out for 2 weeks and then think I can just run 4.5 miles and my body's going to be fine. because my knees really hurt yesterday. And so this morning I woke up, I had my coffee. I was like, no, I'm feeling good. I'll do it. I wasn't even half a mile into my run and my knees were like, hey, bro, what are you doing? What's this? What are you? I thought you said we were going to do weights today. I did say I was going to do weights. I thought you said we were going to do weights today. I thought we weren't going to do, why are you, hey, stop it. But I had to do it. So I got back and I did some kind of other exercises. I did a little bit of stretching. But yeah, all in all, I'm okay. I think something's come to light with me where, so my work, I'm actually looking at, what on earth is that? I'm looking at how I can better spend my time during the quarantine. Because again, as I've said before, I don't necessarily want this to end yet. But what I want to be able to do is hit the ground running when the lift comes up, because you guys find these videos at least engaging because you're here. I love being able to speak to people face to face. I love being in the room, right? Now, in terms of training and stuff like that, I'm not as confident doing training in this capacity like this. I'm not as good with it. I love people being physically in the room. That's really a great thing for me. Now, I've actually tried to run this training thing that I do on Mondays. And honestly, the last 2 weeks, no one's shown up. Like, no one's been there. And I did take a hit for it. I was like, oh, man, you know, that's annoying. And actually, one of the sessions was a session that someone specifically asked for. Now, this is actually really frustrating. I asked them, what do you want me to run a session on? They told me, can you run a session on this? I've run it 2 weeks in a row and no one has shown up. And I'm like, I'm doing this for you. Why are you not here? And actually, some of you may be already familiar with that. When someone's asked you to do something and you're doing it for them, you do it and they don't commit to it. And you're like, and actually, I have to say, that's a mistake of mine, because that's not the first time that's happened. That's my mistake. I actually have to own that, because the number of times people have said, can you do this? I arranged a whole event, right, for one person, because they were the first person to say, and they were like, look, I can't do that day. Can you do a different day? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. No problem. Like, that's not a problem at all. It was like a week later, so it's fine. And literally no one showed up. And I was like, you asked for this day. I moved an entire event for you for this day and you didn't even show up. And it really got my nerves. And I think it's the fact that I'm people pleasing too much. You know, I think that's the problem, is I'm being too nice and going, this is, you know, I'll do what you want me to do, when actually they have no reason to commit to it. They have no reason to commit to it whatsoever. And so it's kind of, and in fact, it's what's happened with this channel in a way. Like, you guys are here, and I think you guys showing up, Veronica, if you hadn't been showing up, and I'm not even joking now, I'm not playing around. If you hadn't been showing up every single day, and Ethan, you've been really consistent lately as well, which I don't want to ignore. Like, kudos to you. Thank you. I think if there had been more days where people weren't showing up, I would have been like, what's the point, right? Why am I doing this if people aren't committing to it? Because I'm not doing this for me. This is for you. And obviously, if you get something out of it, I get something out of it. But if no one's there to get anything out of it, I'm sat here talking to myself for 15 minutes a day. And I can do that without having to log in, sign up, get online, right? So in terms of asking how I am, I'm in a place where I'm really spending this time, seriously, looking at how I'm going to put myself out there more in a way that serves me while also serving the people who want to take on my service, if that makes sense. I'm going to start offering my service in the capacity that I want to offer it to people who want it. So if you want the service, great. But if you can't do it in the parameters in which I offer them, that's it. We're not going to do it, because it's kind of a disrespect of I'm disrespecting my own time and my own integrity, really. Because I'm kind of going, I will change everything I'm doing for you. But actually, that means that there's no need for them to commit to it. There's zero commitment from them, because all they did was, can you change the day? Cool, thanks. And then not show up. And it's like, hello. So yeah, it's like having plans to meet someone, then they just, exactly. And when they say, that's it, Ethan. It's like when they say as well, they say, can we meet at this time? Oh, can we meet at 1? Because I don't want to meet that early. Yeah, sure, man. We'll meet at 1. No problem. You rock up at 1. They're not there. Or even worse, they say they want to meet at 1 and they're late. Oh, mate. I mean, at least they show up. But even then, it's like, you said 1 o'clock. You wanted to meet at this time because it's better for you. And you can't even turn up to your own time. I'm going to start ranting. Ethan, I think this is what you wanted, wasn't it? And it's not, I will say, it's not like me not saying how I am means I'm going to rant every time. I think I'm just off my chesting a bit, because it's so frustrating. You said you wanted to do this and you're not committing to it. You're making me to commit to something that you wanted to do that you can't commit to. We're done. Oh, mate. No, it's frustrating. It really is. It really, really is. So I'd say not, this isn't me saying it in a bitter way, like, oh, screw you, da, da, da. My work, I know there's value in my work. And actually, I don't know if you guys ever listen to the podcast, by the way. You can if you want. But I run a podcast where I coach people, and I know that my work is valuable because I'm able to demonstrate it within the space of like 45 minutes. And I'm able to do that. I bring results every damn time. Bang, bang, bing, bang, bang. Turn to the dark side. So I know that my work's good, but what I'm frustrated by is the fact that, if you want to experience what I have to offer, then I'm not going to bend for you. You want what I have. I mean, I have what you want. If you really want what I have, you do the bending. Why am I bending? I'm putting the service out there. I've given you the terms upon which you can have this. So there you go. Hang on. What I'm going to do is I'll send you the link to it. Do you have Spotify or iTunes? Because I can give you both. 1 second. Do I have the link already in here? Oh my God. That's not at all the link. What the hell is that? Oh, that's a post. Jeez, I just posted on social media and I copied it across from LinkedIn. It's called the Social Cohesion Podcast. And I changed the format. Hang on. There we go. So that's the podcast on Spotify. If you want it on iTunes, hang on. Now, obviously, I'm not expecting you to like listen to it and think it's so amazing and wonderful and fantastic. Because if you find it boring, don't listen. That's it. That's fine. I'm not going to force you to listen to it. But yeah, like this is so Spotify. There is on iTunes just in case. But what happens is the beginning, I do interviews with people. So the first few episodes are the interviews. But if you want to hear me coaching, then you have to go kind of a few episodes in. So where is it? 3 more episodes. So there's basically, you can go to the episode called Zero New Purpose, where I basically repurpose the type of podcast I'm doing and then go from there. Because that's what I'm doing now. Whereas before I was doing interviews. So that was before. But you listen to those as well. It's up to you. But yeah, when it comes to me and my work, hello Pookum, come on in. Pookum, I love calling him Pookum. He had a little tiz today. Hey you, hello, push the door open, mister. Yes, you did. I'm wondering how much mud you pushed in today as well, because yesterday you left a whole big load of mud on the carpet and I loved it. It was so great. So great. Very happy about that mud that you left on the carpet. Super happy. Yeah, so I'll stop before I go on to the cat. Yeah. So other than that, I'm actually good because I'm using this time to basically look at myself. I'm using this time to look at myself, look at what I'm doing, looking at how I'm spending my time, looking what I can do with my work, and obviously still doing work for the college and stuff like that. But generally gathering myself a little bit. And I needed that. I'm glad we had a pause personally. And I'm good with that. So yeah, you asked how I was. A little bit of a rant, but that was more of an immediate rant. In a more general, broader spectrum of how I am, I'm fine. Thank you, Ethan. And that's why I don't really answer how I am, because I end up going off on a massive tangent off somewhere else completely. So yeah, I found out that this poor cat, he's such an indoor cat, right? He's such an indoor cat that basically he doesn't even know how to battle. He doesn't know how to hold his ground outside. We've got a whole garden out there where he poops and digs and brings the mud in from outside. Have you done it today? You got clean paws? Clean paws, mister? That looks clean enough. That looks good. So he's supposed to have his territory, right? That's back garden. And 2 different cats now have bullied him into the house. And I caught both of them up at our back door. And I'm like, what are you doing? One cat managed to fight past him and he was at the back of the garden and the other cat was at my back door. I was like, I'm sorry, what on earth are you doing here? What are you doing at my back door? Because there's food in the bowl. I'm sure as hell, I know you're not about to come in this house and eat the food that is for my cat. You are not, that's not about to happen. And then another one literally chased him inside. And I was like, for one, I was kind of like, Dexter, I understand that you are an indoor cat. I know you're an indoor cat, mister. I know you are. Yes. I know you're an indoor cat. But at the same time, get a dog. The problem is this cat has separation anxiety, like big time, as you can see. Like every day I go live and this cat is here. It's like, what are you doing? I need attention now. Seriously. And also this cat really struggles with new people. Hello. Hi. Really, look at this. See what I mean? Hey, you, buddy. Oh, he just really struggles with being alone and really struggles with other animals. He doesn't get on with even his own brother. So we don't have his brother here, obviously, but like he had to go home with his family at one point. But I wasn't around at the time. This was pre-Dan, and yeah, he just didn't get on with any of the other cats, and they were all his family. He just didn't get on with them. So he's not much of a social cat with other animals, but people as well. Like people come by, and this is the thing: people can come around who's new to him, and he just, don't do this again, Dexter. No, for God's sake. Do you want to come up again? Do you want to come up again? You jumped down, and now you're wanting to come up again. And so what happens is, long enough, he'll come out and he'll love you immediately. He's just like all over you, all over your lap, just like, oh my God, you're the best thing that happened. Why do I love you so much? And that's what he's like. But with other cats, no. I wanted to get a kitten to give him some company. And my partner's just like, nah, no, don't do it. He will hate it. He will hate it. Because he just doesn't get on with other animals. He doesn't. He's like me. There's a very, very, very small select animals that he actually likes. Prefers humans. So yeah, basically. Oh, we got something in common, Dexter. Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Get a big dog. So yeah, no, we couldn't get a dog. This has to be an only child. Has to be. It's got to be. We can't get any other. Even when we get a baby, I'm concerned about this one because honestly, yeah, this is it. You really are something. He's so needy. Look at this. So just, and now he's lying down. There you go. You feeling better? Yeah, you feeling good? Honestly, Vicky says hi. Well, why can't you just log in? I don't understand this, Vicky. Vicky, I don't understand why you can't just log in and be part of this. By the way, can you hear me all right? Because I'm sitting quite far away from the mic. I'm guessing you can because you can hear me talk. I do want to get a dog, by the way, Ethan, but I want to get a dog when I've got a bigger place. And unfortunately, and this is the sad truth, is that this guy is going to have to pass away from old age before we get another pet. You're going to have to die, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You're going to have to die before anything else happens. Before we get any other animals, because, you can hear. Okay, good. Because you wouldn't survive with another animal in the house. You would not survive, Dexter. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to die before we can get any siblings for you. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, dearie me. Yeah. So there we go. Right, hang on. Oh, you're falling out my lap. How are you sitting on me where your butt's falling through my lap? How are you doing this? Okay, you're going down. All right, bye then. Thanks for the fur and the dribble. There. Why you gross? Why you gross? Okay then. Here we go. On to another, Dexter, don't die, join the dark side. I mean, he probably will. I think. Because actually, the way that you could describe this cat is like, he's like, I'm trying to think of a character. If he were a character, I don't think I could really tie it to a character that we all know. But basically, he's super needy and emotional while also being a spoiled brat. Like he's almost like a prince, like a spoiled prince. Because sometimes he just won't eat the food you give him because it's not good enough. He is like a cat in the way that it doesn't matter what you are doing. Drink. You can literally, you can have a cup of coffee to your mouth and he will nudge the coffee out of your face and spill it. And then he'll get upset because they'll wonder why there's hot coffee on him. He's that cat. He does not care. And that's the part that I don't love about him. Last night, we were in bed. He's obviously in bed with us. And he decides it's time to climb up onto my body while I'm trying to sleep and put claws in my skin because he wants to be stroked in the middle of the night. I'm like, what made you think that I'm in the mood for this right now? What makes you think this is okay right now? He wants to go out whenever he wants. He wants the door open all the time at the back door, but he rarely goes out. So the pointless. We want him to catch the bugs in the house. Sometimes we're obviously the season's here, so we've got. Every single day I've seen a baby spider, and they've been different sizes in the living room carpet, and not like it's just the same spider that's getting bigger. I mean, I saw a big one, then a littler one, then another one, and you know what I mean, like. So and he doesn't do anything about it. He does nothing. You can show him the spider on the floor, and he's like, child's play. Oh, I'm not catching that little thing. And you're like, oh, useless. But he'll bring a damn live bird into the building, which he's done before. A live bird. So, yeah. He's that guy. Look at you. Oh, seriously. He's a cat Darth Vader and Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, exactly. Right, okay, here we go. I think I've done that one already. Come on. Oh, here we go. So this one's from Anne Frank. And this one's quite nice. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. How wonderful it is that no one need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. I like that. Thank you, Anne Frank. Better than the freaking thin ice nonsense yesterday. But yeah, you don't need to wait. Ain't nothing to wait for. You can start doing it today. Conversations. You start doing it in yourself. You can start doing your environment. You can just start improving the world. But actually, okay. So I'm gonna go this one this way. Right. That's why. I'm going to go this one this way. Because I remember growing up thinking about changing the world. And actually, even recently, never mind growing up, recently, like kind of a year, 2 years ago, thinking, yeah, I'm going to change the world. Yeah, change the world. But then it kind of clicked in, and I was like, yeah, the world. No. No, not the world. That's no, not even, there's nothing. And I think this is the reason I put it this way. Nothing in this world has universally impacted the entire world per se. Right? Nothing that we have done has actually had a universal, total impact on the entire world in terms of changing the world for the better. And I think about it in terms of reach. Remember when Gangnam Style came out? That was a time where, I mean, absolutely, yeah. Favorite song as well, Man in the Mirror, love it. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Love it. I think Gangnam Style, and I always use this reference because I can't think of a time where the world was more united in a good way than Gangnam Style. I can't think of it. Like everyone all over the world was basically Gangnam Style. And I say everyone, but it wasn't everyone. That's the thing. It wasn't actually everyone, was it? It wasn't everyone. It was a large portion of people, but not everyone. And you think that you probably heard people say Gangnam Style took over the world. Actually, it didn't take over the world because there were quite a select few people who didn't give a shit. They're bigger things to deal with than Gangnam Style. There were whole swathes of people, nations that had bigger things to look at than Gangnam Style. And yet we say that Gangnam Style took over the world. So what I'm saying is it's not necessarily saying that you can't take over the world, even though that's actually what I'm saying. I'm saying when people talk about taking over the world, I think it's having an impact that spans internationally. And even then, that's on a large scale, right? I think, as Ethan's pointed out, I think when you say what's the quote? To improve the world. To improve the world. Remember, I keep talking about these silos, right? These silos of our experiences, these silos of our space. Much like Ethan saying, what if the world was just our world in which we lived? The village we grew up in, the partners we had, the friends we have, you know, the films we love, that kind of thing. What if we just improved that? That's it, right? What if we just improved that? The people within our space. Because the whole thing of taking over the world in that scale, when you really start to look at how big this world is, like, and it's big, like it's unthinkably big, really. It's really quite big. And it's a small world, but it's a really big world. And there's so much room for so much. The idea that a person could really put themselves into every pocket of every area is not possible. It's not possible. So I think in regards to improving the world, I think it's a case of, it's wonderful that we need not wait a single moment to begin improving our world. That's what I think is a better way of putting it, because the world, yes, that's a great way to look at it. But our world, I think, is more accurate, because it's like you're saying, Ethan, we can look at ourselves first. We can work from there. We can certainly span out into our friendships, relationships, into our work, and share our ideals, share our thoughts, share our notions of betterment, share our prospects of improvement, share our purpose, as it were, share what we're here to do. You know, I want to see people happier. I want to see people have better relationships. I want to see people have better friendships. I want to see people being less lonely. I want to see people connecting better. I want to see people creating better things, and really talking about that and inspiring other people as you go on in your world. And you don't have to wait for that. You really don't have to wait for that. And of course, people will be naysayers. There's always naysayers. You're like, oh, you can't do that because blah, 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 blah. And all they're telling you is that they're not the people you want to be talking to. They're not part of the world that you're trying to improve, right? They're not part of that. Just leave it. Let them be. Let them be the naysayers. Let them go on about their day. Let them flourish elsewhere, or not, actually, as the case may be. You know, let them go. You just focus on the people who are there, ready to be inspired by your words of betterment, improvement, togetherness, connection, happiness, healing, therapy, all the good stuff. And you decide whatever the hell yours is, because I'm just spouting stuff. I'm projecting what I think is great out to you. So don't say what I'm saying. Find your own words and say it your way, you know? But yeah, your world, absolutely. And you don't need to wait. There's no waiting necessary. We can start today, people. We can start right now. In fact, we can start right now. So let's do this. If there was, and let's actually play this game. I'm going to play with you. So I'm going to think about this question as well. Right. Ethan, I never know why you post that. Is it because I'm talking too much? Or is it because it's actually buffering? I'm always like, what do you mean? What is it? Do I need to stop talking now? Is that what it is? I'm going to ask you this. If there was one improvement that you wanted to make in this world, one improvement, or actually, no, never mind one. Let's not pick one. 5. And you put them in this, right? Put them down like this. 4, 5. But do them in one thing, not 1 and then 2 and like that. Yeah. 5 things that you would want to improve in this world. What would they be? And then how would you speak in it? Veronica, I want you to do this too. You too, Ethan. So one thing I'd want to improve. I'm going to say I'd want to improve the way we educate and teach. Educate, teach, and learn. I want to improve that. That's number 1. Number 2, what else do I want to improve? I would want to see the way we ask ourselves what we want That's what I want to see a change in. Absolutely. Yes. I want to see the change in what we normalize. That's something I absolutely want to change. Yeah. Love to see a change in that. What we normalize. Yes. What's another one? Sorry, I'm actually talking to you and you're not probably able to focus on what you'd like to put down and change. So you can mute me or I'll just stop talking and then you type yours out as well. Oh, your brain's buffering. Cool. Okay. I like that. I like that. Hey, Twigsy, what's up? We're just to bring you up to speed now. Big brain time. Big brain time. We're writing down. Well, I am. I don't know if Ethan and Veronica are, but I'm writing down 5 things that I would like to change in the world because we just did the book. We did the quote thing just now. We just did this. I'll read out actually. I mean, while the other guys do theirs. So the quote is, "How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world." And I was saying that instead of saying improving the world, I was saying improve our world. And speaking on what kind of things that really matter to us that we want to change. And then I thought it'd be a great exercise now for us to pick 5 things that we would change in the world, right? So Veronica and Ethan, I'm guessing because they're not typing, they're probably thinking about it. So I invite you to do the same. 5 things that you would want to change in the world. And speak on things that like you want to tell people, like, you know, we should do this more. You know, this is what I'm about. I'm about people doing more of this, you know, and that kind of thing. So I'm on number 4 for myself, and I'm going to stop talking so that other people can think about their answer. In fact, what I might do is mute myself, and then I can talk, and you guys won't be distracted. Actually, no, I won't mute myself. I'm just going to talk. It's easy. It's easy. I can do that. No. Ethan, you've got a good one there. I'm going to put that one in as well. Fine. There's one more. Oh, wow. I didn't realize there was a text limit. There's a character limit of 200. There we go. That explains why you guys were into that. Okay, those are my 5. Thank you, Ethan. And I took myself from yours as well, because I put that down. And I'm only going to say this, Ethan, hopefully as a seed planting thing, is I don't say that I want to change myself because I don't like who I am. I think I want to change myself. And I would invite you to think about this in the same way if you wanted to. Because I think no matter what, it is unhealthy for us to hate ourselves, no matter what we've done. However, as I said yesterday, we can love something and still criticize it and still ask it to change. If we've done something that we are regretting, and I've done stuff that I could easily dwell on, right? I'm not speaking on anything particular. I've definitely done things that I could say, like, you know, I don't deserve to be a good person, yada, yada. But actually, I can also say, it's done. It's done. Like, what can I do about it? I cannot, no amount, a lifetime of self-hate will not change that. It will, there is no amount of hatred I can give myself, or bitterness I give myself, or judgment I can give myself that will change what I did. It will never, there will never be enough, because it was something that I will do for the rest of my life. So what if there's an opportunity for me to tell myself, do you know what? I did not know any better. I did not know any better doing the things that I did. I didn't know, because now I know I'm not going to do that again. But if I'd learned that lesson earlier, I wouldn't have done it then, but I would have done it before. But it turns out in my life and in my journey, I obviously had to go through that experience in order to be a better person. Now, that's not to say that it's the right way to do it, but that's how I did it. But I've learned, and I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm going to show me some more love instead of judgment, because a lifetime of judgment will not change what I did. And all that's going to do is not give me the opportunity to be a better person, which I'm already being because I'm not going to make that same mistake again. And how much of a better person can I be knowing that I can always be that person because I don't know any better? And I can catch myself being that person because I know what being that person looks like. I can love me and ask me to do better. I can do that. And that's exactly why I put myself, because that's what I do I love me. I love Dan. I love being me. I am in love with being me. I couldn't ask myself to be anyone else ever. I love this. This is great. But I can always ask myself to be better. And that's part of the love that I have for myself, is that I do that, right? And if I were to look at all the mistakes I made looking back, it's almost like I wouldn't be able to. I really wouldn't be able to appreciate my life and the way I live it and the way I am as much. It takes away from my ability to love who I am and be this, right? So it's easier said than done. Easier said than done. But a line can be drawn. A line can be drawn when you decide, or when maybe, you know, it's decided for you, and not like someone comes along and tells you, but you just feel it. One day, just like, do you know what? I'm fed up of judging myself. I'm fed up of crapping on myself. You know, I'm done with it. It's boring. It doesn't get me anywhere. I'm going to start showing myself some appreciation that I'm still doing better than I was yesterday. And then start thinking about what I could do more tomorrow, starting today, right? So you can absolutely love yourself and also ask yourself to be better. And I'm saying that multiple times because I really want that to land and I really want that to sink in. Because, hey, mate, I know it's a cliche, but it's so true. We all make mistakes, dude. Like, we all make mistakes, and we make horrific mistakes. And if all of us focused on only the mistakes we made, then we would not be as far forward in our progression as a human race as we are now. We wouldn't be, right? So we take that scale and put it into our own life and recognize that, yes, we made mistakes, but we became better for it. So how much better can we be moving forward? It takes time, easier said than done, but yeah. So laws, money, okay. What countries have prisons? All right, cool. Thank you, Ethan. Veronica, the way we look after the planet, truth, yeah. Rethink what's right and wrong. Interesting, okay. The standards we have, cool, and treat everyone equally. Love it. And then give everyone the same opportunities. Love it. Okay, cool. Twigsy, are you going to write yours? Are you doing yours? Are you thinking about it? Or are you like just chilling for now? Self-hatred sucks, man. It's hard to get out. It is hard to get out of. It's hard to get out of. But actually, I want to take on what Veronica said on number 2. Rethink what's right and wrong, because I think that's also an area in which it becomes hard. This is something that's going on while Twigsy does her answers, if she is. There's something else that's going on right now that I really can't stand, which is a message yeah, that's fine. Okay, you're not done yet. That's cool. In your own time. I can't stand this thing we people are doing on the internet, where a person made a mistake 30, 20, 10 years ago, and we hold them to account today. Because if that were the case, I could be cancelled. I could be cancelled because of the things that I said 10, 20 years ago, right? Easily. My career could be finished. I'd be done. Completely done. If it was based on my behavior 10, 20 years ago. But what's frustrating is that there's a message that basically says in that people don't change. You are always the person you were when you behaved in a way where you didn't have a better option in your head to behave differently. You're always that person. You don't learn, you don't grow. You're always that person. So let's even go back. Let's go back further. You were always the person who peed your pants because you didn't know how to use a toilet. You're always that person, right? That's what basically we're saying. You're always that person who cries because your ice cream was blue and not vanilla colored, yellow or whatever the hell, You're always that person. Like, that's nonsense. It's nonsense. But that's what we tell each other. So what it does is it means that when we make a mistake at the young age that you are, right? And I'm not going to bullshit you, like the young, delicate, impressionable age that you're at, and you see people getting called out for stuff they did 20 years ago, and people dragging them and being nasty and all this stuff. What that says, it doesn't say it explicitly, but it says it, is that the mistakes you make now will never be forgotten. And in 20 years' time, we're going to come back to this. So you best not forget it. right? You best not forget that you made that mistake 20 years now, because in 20 years time, someone's going to come and find you and say, hey, I remember that thing you did, right? And that sucks. There's no way to live, and there's no way to treat people. I would say if their behavior 20 years later still reflected the behavior they conducted 20 years ago, then absolutely. But hold them to their behavior today, not for what they did 20 years ago, because they've changed. The chances are they've changed. They've grown up. They're a different person now. Yeah. But like, come on. Are we forever in school? No. Eventually, the expectation is that we grow up, we become adults, right? And we start to take things a bit more seriously, and we understand things. We think about things a little differently. So what we don't do is we don't go, I can even think, what? I think it's something that every young person goes through. The first time they maybe got a boner in class, right? So you always the person then that gets a random boner in every room. Is that it? Like the stuff like that. It's just like, you've got to let people go. You've got to let people go, and by letting people go, you allow them to let themselves go. But unfortunately, they're not going to change. They're going to keep doing that. Oh, this person said this 10 years ago. Oh, get over it. Come on. 10 years? Seriously? Get over it. Move on. Because that is not going to change. It's not going to change. So I think it also speaks this element of giving yourself room, giving yourself that time and allowing yourself to be like, you know what? I'm going to change. And anyone can be like, oh, 10 years ago. It's like, yeah, well, I'm different now. I'm a different person now. And if they don't believe you, then just screw them. Honestly, it's frustrating as hell. It really bugs me, because what it means that like people aren't allowed to change. People aren't allowed to learn. People aren't allowed to grow, when that's what we do naturally. But all we're learning is that it actually doesn't matter whether you learn or grow, because people are going to, hold you accountable to it anyway. But that's why I don't like it. And that's why if anyone at any point comes for me about the stuff I used to say, I'll be like, just come on then. Come on, bring it to me. Tell me how bad I was 10 years ago, right? Tell me how awful I was 10, 15 years ago. Because I'll tell you right now, I know. That's why I changed. That's why I'm not that person anymore. So please tell me, read me, drag me, tell me to pieces about all the stuff I said and all the stuff I did 15 years ago, please. Because I'll tell you, yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm very aware of that. Because believe it or not, I did some reading and studying and learning and inner work. And I actually did hold a mirror up to myself and went, damn, I'm a bit of an asshole. Maybe I should be a better person. And I changed. Oh, wow. Amazing. Incredible. It's just, honestly, no, it's not worth it. And I think also that speaks to another thing. It's not worth judging yourself, because other people are going to do it for you anyway. So let them do it. Let them spend that energy, right? Let them spend that energy, because it's like Twitty says, man, it's hard, it's tough, and it sucks. So as quickly as you can, work that out of you and let yourself be free, because other people are going to do that for you, and that's their energy, not yours. And we need that energy. I need that energy to do these lives. I need the energy to run. I need the energy to make a bowl of cereal after this. I need that energy. It's even worse when you've been a YouTuber for like 7 years. I'm confused. What do you mean? Jacksepticeye. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't watch him at all. I tried, because he was really, really successful. I don't know if he still is. But yeah, I found his format a bit difficult. But then I think I just think I was kind of growing out of the format of YouTube, where a video starts and someone's immediately shouting at you, and I was like, oh mate, chill out. But you know what? The thing is, I'm not hating on him, because actually 23.8 million subscribers, mate, fair play. That's really good. Yeah, and he was phenomenal. He's done phenomenally well. He's done really well. But again, would I watch it? I'm looking at his channel now. Would I watch it? I don't know. I don't know if I would. But yeah. PewDiePie. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I think, but this is it, right? PewDiePie's a different. So actually, I'm going to explain why I shouted down PewDiePie. right? And the thing is, this is my, I guess, this is my own personal view on it, right? So I'll just say that first of all, my own personal view on PewDiePie is that I think what it is the generation that watch PewDiePie, and maybe PewDiePie himself, he's a younger chap, they aren't as connected with the impact of World War II as even I am, right? And so when people are making jokes about Hitler and Nazis, like it's a big joke, ha ha ha. What I fear, and I think this is what I'm responding to, what I fear is that we forget that the people around those times are still here. They're still here. That whole thing still exists. And it's still renowned as one of the worst atrocities to have taken place in the Western world, right? One of the worst things that happened in the Western world in modern times, right? Those people are still here. They still exist. They're still real. And when we joke about them, this actually speaks to what I said. When we joke about things like that, we normalize it, we soften it, and we play it down. And I think the reason I was put off by PewDiePie after that whole thing was that even if he's joking and blah, 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 the responsibility on his head with the following that he has, I was just like, that's not even, no, it's not. It's basically, to me personally, it's just not funny, because that stuff is dead serious. He's joking about a group of people, a movement of people who changed the world through horrendous genocidal means in the worst way. And I've been to memorials. I've been to museums where, like, World War II museums, memorials. I went to the Jewish memorial in Budapest, and it's not funny. It's really not funny when suddenly you realize what's being laughed about and what's being minimized. And I'm aware that not everyone is going to know about that. So some people are going to be able to find it funny because they're either uncomfortable at the reality of what it was, which I still don't think is what it is, because I don't think people actually really understand exactly what took place there. Same with slavery. Like, people downplay slavery. Oh, it was just slavery. It happened ages ago. We don't actually seem to get the scope of what actually happened and why that had such an impact that is still alive today. But it's not, because it's the reality. And unfortunately, this is the unfortunate part about PewDiePie, is that the people that I find him so funny, or found that funny, are defending him, are often not on the side of they weren't on the recipient end of what PewDiePie was joking about. They're not in the direct line of the people that really were impacted by what he said, right? Now, I'm suddenly thinking, geez, I'm talking about this now live. Someone could come across this and share it around, and I could get God knows what happens. But whatever. But yeah, and I think when you joke about something like that, it takes away the full impact. And it's because, again, it's one of those things. Nazism, fascism, Hitler, World War II is one of those things that when you actually really understand what took place, there is very little you can joke about. There's very little you can joke about. It suddenly becomes incredibly unfunny. Because also, what is doubly concerning is that your great-grandparents, my grandparents, were alive in that. And whatever trauma they experienced, whatever pain, whatever fear, whatever their experience was of World War II, would have been passed down to their kids, your parents, your grandparents, my parents, which could then also have been passed down to my generation, your parents, right? Because therapy wouldn't have been so much of a thing back then. I know it certainly wasn't that much of a thing for my parents' generation. It was just, shut up and nut up and get on with it. It's just like, deal with it, move on. But as we understand more about our mental health, about our anxieties, our depressions, our ADHDs, our dyspraxias, our dyslexias, we actually start to recognize that these things happen not because necessarily of just of genetics, which is also a thing. So by the way, intergenerational trauma is real. your parents can hand down trauma in their DNA. This is actually now been studied and looked at. Your parents can hand you trauma in your DNA. They wouldn't have to give you anything. You wouldn't have to go through anything. It can literally be in your DNA because the DNA forms allegedly change in trauma, right? So that can happen. So we could actually still be living in the impact of World War II and, of course, slavery. We could literally be living in the impact of that and being the impact of that. So when we joke about that, it really brushes over the pain that the human race is still suffering from. That, you know, when we talk about, oh, we must end depression, and oh, we must end anxiety, and oh, we must, you know, we must treat each other better, and da-da-da. And yet at the same time, we want to joke about something that's barely, what is it? I mean, we're not even, is it a century? Not even a century ago. Not even a century. We're not even 100 years away from it. It happened, what is it? Let me just quickly, it ended 65, no, wait, 2020. Jesus, let me do the maths properly. 80 years ago. Yeah, just under 80 years ago it ended. So 80 years, right? That's not a massive amount of time. And actually, in Budapest, when I was there, some of the buildings are still war-torn. There are places on this world that haven't recovered from that. They're still building. They're still Poland, places in Poland that are still rebuilding from World War II. People's lives are still trying to be brought back together after World War II. And so the reason that PewDiePie's responsibility, and again, I want to make it clear. This is why I responded the way I did. That I can't be mad because people didn't learn about this stuff. I can't be mad that people did not pick this stuff up. And that's why I say, you know, I want to change the way we educate, the way we teach and learn. Because if we're just saying, oh, the World War II was something that happened ages ago and da-da-da, and we're not really bringing to the full brunt of what actually took place and how harmful it was and the devastation that took place, right, from that, then we also get to understand how terrifying it is that we are constantly brimming on the edge of that war at the moment, and why it's not funny to make jokes about the people who are really ready to start shooting stuff up. They're really ready to start shooting stuff up. And these are people, bear in mind, where, let's be honest, and the reason, again, it worries me is because I'm one of the first in line. Hello. I'm one of the first people to go down. It ain't, you know, it's not like they're going to just indiscriminately start shooting people. We think we're all fine and safe. No. I'm gone. That's it. I'm done. And I'm not really keen on that. Because honestly, the impact of Trump alone, and the impact of these sorts of things alone, when the moment that racism, fascism becomes acceptable, which it can be because we joke about it, the moment these things become acceptable, the more acceptable it is for people to be like that. And the more acceptable it is for people to be like that, the more harm that comes to people like myself who are not white, right? And people who aren't straight, and people who may not be Christian. And suddenly what's happening is it normalizes a real amount of harm for people who are already at odds with the majority of a civilization. So it's not something that I would go, oh yeah, but you know, it's fine. It's just a joke. Haha. It's not just a joke to me. It's not. It has a real world impact on people like myself and yeah, and people who aren't privileged, to be honest with you. It's a real impact. So that's why with PewDiePie, I'm like, no, I'm not mad at people not knowing, but I really wish that there was an opportunity for people to be aware of how a joke is not just a joke. It's not that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah. So PewDiePie, I don't know what he's doing now. And actually, no, what I will say is I don't know what PewDiePie is doing now. I don't know what he's up to. What I do know is I didn't hear much accountability for it. I didn't hear that. So I was like, all right, fine, we're done then. But I don't know what he's doing now. I don't know how he is now. I don't know if he's, you know, changing his ways or whatever. I hope he is. I really hope he is. Because, you know, I think that he's doing great stuff. The fact that he's influencing so many young people and he's really setting an example of some sort. Great. Good stuff. Good for him. You know, I hope he's changing. But that was tough. That was a difficult one. Definitely. So I hope he's doing better. I missed a lot of these. Sorry. Jack was making video recently and he found a meme which said, Jack's died 2014 looking at a video game character. Wow, you look like a douchebag. Jack so died 2019. Looks like the character. Jack started talking about the same thing you did, where it's bullcrap to hold people accountable to what they said years ago. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Slavery is horrible and it's still going on today. Yeah, it is. It is still going on today. But again, I think the difficulty is, and I think one of the challenges is emotionally, is how do you bring that stuff into your mind, but protect your mental well-being and sense of self when you become aware of it? Because that's also a challenge. Excuse me. Slavery is alive and well today, and in different degrees, but it's still alive today. Certainly on a lower scale, but it's going. It's going. So how do you educate yourself on these things, and then still function? And I think actually that's the thing. I think it's a curse and a blessing. And I'm not going to sound all sanctimonious, like holier than thou and stuff, but there are certain things that are important for people to know. They really are important. It's certainly if we don't want history to repeat itself. If we don't want history to repeat itself, it is vital. It is absolutely essential that we educate ourselves on the things that have already taken place so that we can spot it when it starts happening again, right? We can already see it. That's important. But the problem is we've got to educate ourselves on things that are like, I struggled to talk for about half an hour after I left the Jewish War Memorial in Budapest. Emotionally, I was drained because I hadn't really seen. I knew about World War II, obviously. I knew about World War II, and I knew that there were some horrible things going on. I knew about gas chambers and the showers and the trains and how they treated them and da-da-da. And I'd seen films. But what I hadn't seen was the actual reality of how things went down. And when they have video footage playing of some of the ways that the people were treated, they had interviews. They interviewed some of the people who survived World War II. And these interviews weren't like, of them when they were old. These guys were, in their 50s. They weren't old like you usually see, like you see a really old person who talk about World War II. No, these people were in their 50s. They were being interviewed in their 50s. So their memory of what happened was pretty fresh. And watching them talk about their experience was harrowing. And then they even had, I went into some of the prison cells that they got put in. And again, when you start to get a real picture of what sort of things went down on a small scale, but across the board, it lands and you're just like, this is unspeakable. This is unspeakable. The fact that people were capable of this. And what makes it frightening is it's not so much the fact that people are capable of this. It's the fact that people today still believe that that is a great way to go about sorting out the world. That's what's real. There are people today alive out in the streets who genuinely believe that that is an acceptable and reasonable way to go about sorting out the world. And it just really hit. And I think it's just the fact that you eventually, well, for me, what happened with me is I eventually normalized the fact that that is a horrific thing, right? And that is something that you don't want to have happen again. But it changes you in regards to suddenly you realize why certain things are not to be joked about, why certain things are not funny anymore, and why some people are adamantly so desperate and terrified that we do not continue in the way that we're going. And I say we in the human race, not we as in Britain, but, still, even us, we could change. I'm not saying that we're heading towards some Nazi state, but I'm just saying that, it'd be good if we'd start doing better. But how do we function with that? Well, eventually, we normalize that and we go, okay, that's something that has happened. I can tell myself it's not happening right now, but really what I need to do in terms of being better for myself and the world around me is representing someone who knows about that stuff and does not want that to get normalized so that happens again. That's it. That's where I am. So I can function and go through with that. But it's hard. It's hard. And then, of course, the number of films I've seen about not films, but films, documentaries, modern documentaries, even a TV show I watched recently about anything connected to the transatlantic slave trade, I am put down. I cannot function after that. I can't. It's hard because the scope and scale is unthinkable again. Like if you think about it, World War II, this is what I find really difficult to get people to understand is that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not trying to get all Black Power thing, but it's just the fact that this is the reality. World War II went on for 6 years, and obviously the tail of World War II, the wake of World War II, is still going on today, right? 6-year war, and we're still living in the aftermath of that. Some parts of the world are still suffering from that. 6 years. The transatlantic slave trade, right, between so many countries, I can't even name them, but between so many countries, went on for 400 years. 400. And technically, slavery actually was abolished in the 60s. It wasn't abolished years, it was in the 60s or something. That was like the last time it really ended. So again, your great-grandparents or grandparents, some of you maybe even parents, were alive when slavery was legal. Like perfectly, that whole thing was like still jamming. They were alive. They were around kicking. They were like, yeah, this is fine, totally acceptable. This is what we do. Cool, chill. It's been less time since slavery has actually ended than it has been since World War II. Now, World War II, again, we're still suffering from that. And I'm not downplaying World War II. World War II, it really, really, really caused harm. But something that's gone on for 400 years and is not even, we're just past half a century now, roughly, I think. Just past half a century after it's completely done. And people say, you know, we're supposed to get over it. Why are we still talking about it? Oh my God, we need to move on. And it's not that I think it's purely the fact that that's a matter of hello. I don't, honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. Thank you, Twigsy. Right, I'm going to catch up on post that. I'm going to catch up on the comments because there's Veronica's had a comment up there for ages that I've not read, and I'm sorry. Your great grandfather lost his brother in World War II, and I really don't know how people find that stuff funny. No, exactly. Families were lost, and this is it. Like when you make it real, imagine losing any of your family member because a bunch of people just decided that they didn't get to live. They'd done nothing wrong. They just decided that they didn't get to live. That's basically what, and it's not even that they just shot them. Some people, I was going to say something there, but I actually, no, I can't, that's horrific. I can't say that. No. The way in which some of these people went to their death, a bullet to the head was mercy. Some of the ways that some of these people died, yeah, getting shot, that's the one. Like, yeah, absolutely. Because some of the ways, like, oh, and it's the thing, like, we don't put that in perspective. A war took place where people were running around with guns, shooting indiscriminately because they assumed, they basically thought, you don't deserve to live. So you're going down. No question, no talking, no discussion, you're going down. That's it. There's nothing. And it's based on something you can't control. It's based on something that you cannot avoid. And this is the funny part. I read this recently, that apparently in the south of Spain, a lot of people are a lot darker skinned, right? South of Spain, people are darker skinned. They've got darker tan. And apparently whenever there were people from the south of Spain went to America back in the day, they were mistaken for black people and thus were treated accordingly. And when they found out that they weren't actually black, apparently it was all fine. Oh, you're Spaniards. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please, here's my silver platter, right? So they literally were just going off face value, like, oh, you look like that. Here, let me just treat you the way I think you're supposed to be treated. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. Seriously. So, Twigsy, I'm going to come back to your comments because Ethan said a few things and Veronica said a few things. I know when people use things like 9/11, the Holocaust as an insult or a threat. Yeah. But again, the only reason I find centeredness in that, I don't find that upsetting when they try to insult anyone with that sort of thing, because really it just shows how insensitive people are, how little people understand about that sort of thing. I think that's it. And I think that does speak to it. When people who aren't stand-up comedians, and even then I'm very like, stand-up comedians, professional comedians walk a very, very fine line of acceptability. And I don't know how, I won't go into it again. I don't know how I choose whether or not a person's legit. But I know that, yeah, making jokes about that stuff, I'm sorry, it's just lame. And all it does to me is it shows a lack of understanding or education on the matter and why it's not funny. And then the funny thing is they go into this whole place of, oh, it's just a joke, it's just a joke. But they don't realize how the impact of a joke have real impact in the world, right? And I think it's literally a case of, would you go into any room of Alcoholics Anonymous where people are, trying to get off alcohol, they're alcohol addicts, their lives have been ruined, they lost their family, house, everything, and they're trying to talk it through and trying to do better for themselves. Walk into that room and make a joke about, two guys walking to a bar. Would you do that? Because that's really where we're coming from. It's like, I don't think you understand fully exactly what's going on here. It's not funny. It's just a dick move. That's it. Yeah, I don't understand people who do that. Twigsy, I'll come back to your comments because we're going to round off there and then do the quiz because I've realized what time it is. We've been going for a while. I remember when I was younger, my great-grandmother was telling me about how my great-grandfather had to go and fight and how she couldn't see him for ages and she sat there and hoped he was alive. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine living like that, though. Like, it must be terrifying. Someone you love with all your heart is not there. I get worried enough when my partner's driving home on the motorway because, of course, car crashes are a thing. And it terrifies me because, of course, it's like, people do die. And it's like that. It's not, boom, gone. And this was a reality that so many people faced back then. And they just had to deal with it. They just had to swallow it. Because meanwhile, God only knows when a person barges through your house with 5 other guys with guns and either kidnaps you or shoots you dead. What is that? Hang on, my cat's meowing in a funny way. Okay, why did you trip me out with your funny... Oh, for God's sake, Dexter. He did a funny meow, and I tried to respond to funny meows. You're such a bastard. You seriously are. Yeah, I can't imagine it. I cannot imagine it. And we joke about it, and I'm like, the amount of pain that people must have been in back then to joke about it. I could imagine the hurt of if I'm in pain on something, if something hurts me deep in a way that I've never felt before, and it hurts, and someone makes a joke about that, like it's funny, and the joke's at my expense. I just honestly, to me, it makes sense about people who are like, I've lost all faith in humanity and I hate people. I could understand. I mean, I'd still struggle with thinking that because I never want to think that, but I would understand that massively because I'd be like, I'm in pain, I'm suffering, and you're making a joke at my expense. How horrible do you need to be? Like, it just makes no sense. I don't get it. I think that's why it's always breaks my heart when I see people being horrible to the elderly because I grew up around one great. Yeah, for sure. I don't know why you need to be horrible to the elderly at all. I don't get it. I think it's no, it's not funny. Right. So Twigsy said, here we go. Normalize homosexuality and transgender people. Yes. Have parenting classes or something because we need more good parents. Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Twigsy, I love it. That's going to be tomorrow's discussion. Good parenting. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good parenting. We're going to discuss that. Thank you. That's going to be, and I'm not because I'm disagreeing with what you're saying. It's actually because I it's a good topic to discuss. Thank you. So we need more good parents, make people care and be more respectful. Yeah, get rid of all racism. I mean, all discrimination. Let's be honest. Sure, yes, racism, but all discrimination. Just get rid of it. Why? Why does it matter? What impact does it have in your life that another person exists? What impact does it have? Get over it. Have more LGBT support groups. I mean, well, yeah, I was going to say they're not enough, but I guess, yeah, there probably aren't enough. So yeah, more of that. Absolutely. I think more support. I don't want to diminish or take away from what you're saying there. Yes, absolutely. I agree. I think support groups for more everyone is necessary. Like parent support groups, men support groups, women support groups, alcoholic support groups. I think support groups in general, because we all need it. My cat's a bastard support groups. And not that that's on the same level as LGBTQ+. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying support groups are really good. I'm actually reading an article about a male support group kind of franchise in Sweden, and it's going down really well. And funny enough, the only person, this is what's so dumb, the only person who says like it's a bad idea is a guy who said, oh, it's harmful to masculinity because that's not what masculinity usually partakes in. It's like, what? Talking about stuff that hurts us, talking about our feelings. So that's not masculine, you absolute pleb. Go away. So that's the only problem, allegedly. So I'm like, okay, bye, see you later. Yeah, no, we're not doing it. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, fine. So many notifications. Right then, let's do this. We're going to go on to the quiz because it's been long enough. Now, because Ethan logged in first, and because Ethan has the notifications on, as does Veronica, as I don't know if Twigsy does, but responded faster. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Veronica. Ethan jumped in, and I was looking for a quiz, and Ethan suggested a Star Wars quiz. So we're going to do a Star Wars quiz. And Veronica, I don't know. I'm being very, very presumptuous here, but I just don't know if Star Wars is your thing. And I guess I'm being very prejudice actually, because I'm just assuming that it's not your thing, but actually you could low-key be the biggest Star Wars fan in the world, even bigger than Ethan, who asked for the quiz. So that could be interesting. Hey, you've never watched it. Okay, so fine. All right. I haven't watched any of the recent ones. I watched the old ones, not for ages. I kind of lost track of it all after episode 1. I stopped watching it. It's just not my jam. I don't hate it. Again, I mean, like, cool. It's not my jam. But hey, when we love what we love. Right then, so here we go. 15 questions. Star Wars. Here we go. You quite watching a new one? Oh, buddy. Oh, we love it. We love that. I love it when a film moves us. It's great. I mean, I tear up at the end of Endgame every damn time. I just get so emotional, and not because of the bad thing that happens. It's because of the good thing that happens about 5-10 minutes before the bad thing that happens. That bit, I love it. It warms my heart. It's so great, so great. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, no, exactly. Believe it or not, hang on, wait. This was actually, I'm not joking. This is a thing. Wait, where is it? Oh, come on. Wow, this is really, oh, for God's sake. I'm not asking for this. Here we go. This is in The Independent, 7th of August, 2019. Oh, this is actually a thing. And it's in The Guardian as well. This is the title, and I think this says it all. Men less likely to recycle because they are worried people will think they're gay. That is an actual article last year, 2019, people, because that is a real thing. That is a real thing that has been written. Oh, it's so wild. It's so wild. Oh, right. Anyway, we're doing the quiz because I've got to do this. I'm going to get it through. I cannot fathom. Oh, God. I don't want to save the planet because I might look gay. Oh, I want to break this pen. I literally just... How? I don't want to do what's right for everyone because someone might think I'm gay. Oh, I can't think of anything more lame. And the irony is, those would be the same guys that like think that women are too emotional. I'm like, oh no. Oh. Somebody help me! I need some water. Please, someone cool me down. I'm gonna explode. Somebody, please come here, help me. Oh Lord. Oh my God, I follow that Reddit as well. I follow that Reddit. I love that Reddit. It's absolutely yes. I didn't see it there. I actually saw it a while back. From well, yeah, it was in 2019. Yeah, but yeah, I love that subreddit. It's fucking hilarious. And actually, I would say that subreddit speaks directly to all the stuff I talk about how we've normalized unhealthy relationships. Now, I will say, if you go there, if anyone goes there, it's not, I don't think it's strictly about just straight people. I think it's behaviors that any person can put together. But the fact of the matter is, it's something that's very heavily normalized and regular behavior in the straight community, in my community, in the breeder community, right? Me, a breeder. And I love it there. It's hilarious because it's so accurate. It's exactly it. It's everything that's wrong with relationships that is normal and regular. And you're like, that's not okay though. But apparently it's okay because you're doing it. But apparently it's, oh, honestly, no. Oh, it's mad. It's absolutely mad. Right, this quiz. My God. Sorry, Ethan. I'm gonna get on with it. Right, okay, number one, here we go. We're gonna get on it. We've got to do this because I have a conversation at 2 and I can't be here for much longer. Round one. Here we go. At the beginning of Star Wars: A New Hope, Princess Leia and her ship are carrying what? Right, so you can guess. A, the secret plans to the Death Star. B, escaped prisoners from the Empire. C, the main council of the Rebel Alliance. Or D, untaxed death sticks. Okay, sure. So at the beginning of Star Wars: A New Hope, Princess Leia and her ship are carrying what? A, secret plans to the Death Star. B, escaped prisoners from the Empire. C, the main council of the Rebel Alliance. And D, untaxed death sticks. Don't meow at me, mate. I'm busy. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Yeah, I'll stroke you once. And now look at you, see? Honestly. Oh, strokies. Oh, I'm getting you the strokies. Oh, I'm getting all the strokies. Yeah. Right. Oh, lovely. An R. I love the letter R. I love that. Another R. An R and an Oh, amazing. Oh, this is nice. So the last time I loaded this up, it was you three playing. So I didn't have to change the names. It was you three. You guys, welcome back. So you were all correct. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Indeed, it was indeed the Death Star plans. Next one. Complete the classic line. That's no moon. It's A, droid. B, spaceship. C, time machine. Or D, space station. So the line is, that's no moon. It's A, droid. B, spaceship. C, time machine. Or D, space station. Don't start playing with my feet because you... Get your claws out of my foot. God damn. Honestly, the cat. That's right, you're committed. I'm gonna start saying Veronica, Twigsy, and Ethan all logged in every single day since whichever day. And start. Veronica says B. What's Twigsy saying? Love Twigsy's big brain mood. She is on it like a car bonnet. Spaceship. Okay. So the answer was Space Station D. So Ethan gets the points for that one. Well done, Ethan. I'm not taking any points off for wrong answers, so you're okay. You just take wild guesses at what you think the answer is. That is absolutely fine. How have I got heartburn? I haven't eaten anything today. Oh, no, I had the 3 biscuits. Okay, that probably is one. Take a chance on me. That's not even the song. It just popped in my head. Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. A special edition scene with Jabba the Hutt and who was added to Star Wars: A New Hope. So A, Bosk, B, Boba Fett, C, Boosh, or D, IG-88. So a special edition scene with Jabba the Hutt and who was added to Star Wars A New Hope? A, Bosk, B, Boba Fett, C, Boosh, or D, IG-88. IG-88. I don't know what that sounds like. It sounds like a really obscure YouTube channel. Not obscure. They probably do the same old random, like, it's a social experiment. Hey, I'm just going to throw a tub of cow crap on your head. It's a social experiment. It's a prank, bro. It's a prank. I don't know. All right, Veronica. There's no need to get all on me. There's no need to get all on me. I don't know what I was doing there. I was trying to drink tea, but I ended up doing the radical sign. Whatever. The correct answer is B, is Boba Fett. That's because I think that's the only person who's an actual character, isn't it? I haven't heard of the other ones. I have no idea. I don't know. But, you know, keep guessing, Veronica. Keep guessing. Oh, I didn't actually type anything. Round 4. Round 4. Round 4. You don't have to put on a red light. Number 4. What does the acronym TIE Fighter stand for? Twin Ion Engine, A. B. Total Evil Empire. That's B, sorry. C. The Imperial Empire. Or D. 2 intercepted engines. What does the acronym in TIE Fighter stand for? TIE, TIE Fighter. A. Twin Ion Engine. B. Total Evil Empire. C. The Imperial Empire. Or D. 2 intercepted engines. No, we'll do that another time, Twigsy. In fact, let me write that down as another topic to discuss. Right? Social experiments. That's another one. Good parenting and social experiments. Oh, this is good. I like it when I have stuff to talk about because otherwise we end up talking about very serious topics. And might I add, I just want to pause for a second. I'm pausing now. I want to appreciate the way that we were able to have that conversation. I know I ranted, and I did rant. But thank you for not trying to provide any kind of dissenting or nonsense opinions to that conversation, because, oh my God, the speed at which people do that is unbelievable. Thank you for listening, and I hope that it landed, and I hope that, you know, you understand. And also, I hope that if you, you know, if you had any points that you wanted to make, that you could make them as well. But I just want to appreciate you listening to that, because a lot of people don't like listening to that sort of stuff. So thank you for letting me go off. What was the question? Oh, sorry. So the acronym TIE Fighter, what does it stand for? A, Twin Ion Engine. B, Total Evil Empire. C, the Imperial Empire. Or D, 2 intercepted engines. Someone's just joined the room. Who's here? Do I need to give us a wadney? Do I need to do that, or do I not? What do I need to say? How do I need to say hello? What do I need to do? Oh, they left again. Never mind. All right. I guess they're gone. Ethan, what do you think the answer was? What do you think the answer was? What do you think? What do you think the answer was? What's the answer? You think it's A? All right, good. So the answer is indeed A. Well done, everyone. Good stuff. It is Twin Ion Engine. Congratulations. Everyone's correct. Points all round. You're all champions in my eyes. Next, number 5. Lando's Cloud City hangs in the atmosphere above which world? A, Yavin. B, Tatooine. C, Bespin. Or D, Endor. Lando's Cloud City hangs in the atmosphere above which world? A, Yavin. B, Tatooine. C, Bespin. Or D, Endor. What a beautiful answer. What a beautiful answer. D. Ethan says D. What's Veronica guessing? D. All right then, and everyone's correct. Well done. Yes, it is indeed D. It was Endor. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well done. Well done, good stuff. The usual thing that I say when everyone gets it right. Well done, good stuff. Next is number 6. On which world does Obi-Wan Kenobi tell Luke to find Yoda? Is it A, Alderaan, B, Bespin, I don't even know how to say one, C, Kashyyyk, or D, Dagobah? Which world does Obi-Wan Kenobi tell Luke to find Yoda? Is it A, Alderaan, B, Bespin, C, Kashyyyk, or D, Dagobah? D, Dagobah. We do love Lando. One do love about Orlando. I'm gonna love about Orlando. What are our answers? Oh, Ethan's not here this time. Going to take a wild guess and say C. Okay, Veronica says A and C. All right, what does Ethan say? What does Ethan say? Ding, 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 ding. I can't help it. It just always jumps into my head. I actually never watched that. I haven't watched that video. I've never seen it. I don't know what it is. Hang on. What does the fox say? I've never seen it before. 929 million views. I genuinely. We're all going to listen to it now. Because I never heard it. Until Ethan answers. I'm going to move this page over so I can see when he answers.
Start with oats.
This is obviously adverts.
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow, bird goes tweet, and mouse goes squeak.
I mean, it makes sense that this is exactly the lyrics. I get it completely.
And the elephant goes toot.
Right.
Ducks and quack, and fish go blub, and the seal goes ow, ow, ow. But there's one sound that no one knows. What does the fox say?
Right, that's literally it.
What the fox say? What the fox say? Happy, happy, happy ho. Happy, happy, happy ho. Happy, happy, happy ho. What the fox say?
I can't turn it off.
Big blue eyes, pointy nose.
Right, no, I'm going to turn it off. I'm turning it off. Sorry, right. Thank you for sitting with that with me. Right, okay. Jesus Christ. You think it's A? Right, well, the answer was D, Dagobah. It was Dagobah, so everyone was wrong that time, unfortunately. Next one, number 7. What is the Emperor's name? Is it A, Palpatine, B, Dooku, C, Grievous, or D, Nero? The only reason I know the answer to this is because I watch Game Grumps. That's the only reason. Do it. Do it. I love that clip. So I miss Game Grumps. I don't watch them anymore. I have to get some Game Grumps in my life. I binge watch. I think I overdid it actually. I think I went into overkill with Game Grumps. I was so good. I love that channel. And Aaron was an inspiration of mine. And Danny also. Danny, I love Danny. And what was it? Ninja Sex Party. Loved it. The whole thing was great. I love those guys. They're phenomenal. So A, everyone's A, and the answer is absolutely yes, A. It's Palpatine. Palpatine, which also sounds like a really nice kind of Egyptian dish, doesn't it? Palpatine. I like it. I like the sound of it. Palpatine. 8. Are you back again? You gonna start playing my foot again? You just keep coming in and out. I don't understand. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? 8. Which actor provided the iconic voice of Darth Vader? Was it A, Peter Mayhew, B, David Prowse, C, James L. Jones, or D, Bob Anderson? Which one was it? This is number 8. They're all Sith emperors. Oh, right. I thought you meant they were shit emperors. Sith, that's also a word. Bam, 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 bam. As you can probably tell, I got no idea. I mean, I don't know who has an idea. Ethan actually bamboozled me by not really knowing the answer to number 6. So, you know, who knows? Who knows what knows what? Who can know what everything? What is no? What no? Right? So once again, waiting for Ethan, and I can put the What Does the Fox Say song back on if you want while you're waiting. In fact, I might do that because I really want to finish it now. It's got stuck in my damn head. So I'm going to go back over to What Does the Fox Say and just finish that song. Oh, he's answered. Okay, well done. Well, yes, indeed, the answer is James L. Jones. It's C. So well done to Ethan and Twigsy. Sorry, Veronica. It's not happening today. It's fine. That's okay. Right, next one. How many languages does C3PO speak? Is it A, 9,000, B, 800,000, C, 10 billion, or D, 7 million? How many languages does C3PO speak? I'm going back to it. I'm gonna have to finish it. I'm gonna have to.
The problem with traditional
I'm sorry, everyone.
chat is
You're right.
you cannot get the whole family in together.
Right, where were we up to? Right, there we go, we're here. While I wait for your answers. Oh, you're playing Minecraft at the same time. Go on, Ethan. Get them obsidian blocks. Get it. You got this, man. Okay, so... Hang on, wait. Was that question 9 I just did? Oh, question 9. Oh, God, I did question... Sorry, it was round 9. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I didn't put round 9, but that's okay. It's my fault. You answered. It's okay. So you said D. Twiggy said C. What does Ethan say? What does Ethan say?
What the fuck say?
Wait, 9 million wasn't up there. It was either A, 9,000, B, 800,000, C, 10 billion, or D, 7 million.
What the fuck say? What does the fuck say? The secret of the fox.
This is a real song. Okay, so you put a billion. Right then, so the answer is 7 million, D. So congratulations to Veronica for winning the points on that one. Excellent stuff. And actually, I think, what does that mean? Oh, Veronica. Oh, look at you, Veronica, coming up at the back end there. Nicely done, nicely done. All right, number 10. What are the odds of surviving an asteroid field? Is it A, 3,720 to 1, B, 2,342 to 1, C, 4,345 to 1, or D, 5,124 to 1? What are the odds of surviving an asteroid field? A, 3,720 to 1, B, 2,342 to 1, C, 4,345 to 1, or D, 5,124 to 1? What is it? Go on, that's right, Dabble haters. Good stuff. Funny enough, Ethan actually managed to smash that. Yes, it's A, 3,720 to 1. So well done, Ethan. Ethan gets points. And I'm still playing this song. I just need to finish. I really need to finish it. I just got to get it done. Got to get it done. Yeah. On what planet does Jabba the Hutt live? Oh, sorry, number 11. What planet does Jabba the Hutt live? A, Alderaan, B, Bespin, C, Tatooine, or D, Coruscant? So this was actually a whole song. This was like a full-on song. I thought it was a meme. I didn't realize it was a song that became a meme. I mean, it was a meme of a song. It was a song meme. It was right? Basically. What other things came out around this time? Oh man. 3.6 billion. Here we go. Came out 7 years ago. Oh, this made me so happy. I love this. This was a great time. I'm gonna do it. Really happy about this. This was a great time to be alive. Ethan, stop playing Minecraft. You can play Minecraft in 10 minutes when we're done. We've got 4 questions left. There we go. He answered. Fantastic. So the answer is actually, oh guys, oh no, Jabba the Hutt comes from Tatooine because they have to go to the cafe in Tatooine to see Jabba the Hutt. Even I know that. Oh, guys, no points for anyone. Shame on you. A shame on all of you. Number 12. Princess Leia dresses as a bounty hunter to rescue Han in Return of the Jedi using this name. Is it A, IG-88, B, Boushh, C, Boba Fett, or D, Bossk? So Princess Leia dresses as a bounty hunter to rescue Han in Return of the Jedi using this name. Is it A, IG-88, B, Boushh, C, Boba Fett, or D, Bossk?
Oppa Gangnam Style.
I'm not even sorry.
Gangnam Style.
This is a great song and a great video, actually. I love it. I'm really happy this happened. And it's the fact that no one even knows what the hell he's saying, but it works. See? Okay. The correct answer was B. Boushh. Yeah, it was B. Boushh. Sorry, everyone. No one got it right. Never mind. Next one. Okay. Number 13. In The Force Awakens, who attacks the Millennium Falcon to settle debts with Han Solo? Is it A? Oh, what? Kanji Club. I don't know how to say these names. Kanji Club. B. Droid Gotra. C. Guavian Death Gang, or D, Parallax Chain. Oh my God. There's two correct answers here. So you could guess 2 of them for 2 points, for 10 points, right? 5 points for each correct answer, so 10 points. In The Force Awakens, who attacks the Millennium Falcon to settle debts with Han Solo? Is it A, Kanji Club, B, Droid Gotra, C, Guavian Death Gang, or D, Parallax Chain? There's two right answers here.
Oppa Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppa Gangnam Style.
We're waiting for Twigsy, by the way. But I just want music to play while we're waiting. What are the lyrics to Gangnam Style? Wow, Business Insider needed to do the Gangnam Style translation. Thanks, Business Insider. Right. Where's Twigsy gone? Twigsy's doing some serious big braining right now. I'm going to read the lyrics out when we're done, by the way. But we've got 2 questions to go after this one, and then we're done. And I really need this done. I've got to go soon, guys. Twigsy, I don't know where Twigsy's gone. Okay, right, fine. Okay. Well, congratulations, because you all got that right. Yes, it's A and C. So it's actually, stop it. It's Kanji Club, which is one word. Kanjiklub. So I'm not expecting anyone to know that. And then the Guavian Death Gang. Not the Varvian, which, or Wavian. So yeah, everyone gets points. Well done. 10 points for everyone. Congratulations. Good, and good. Oh, no. 10 points. There we go. All right, next question. In The Force Awakens, BB-8 and R2-D2 are both carrying parts of what? A, Starkiller-based blueprints. B, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. C, holographic star map. Or D, a message to Princess Leia. So in The Force Awakens, BB-8 and R2-D2 are both carrying parts of what? A, Starkiller-based blueprints. B, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. D, holographic star map. Or D, a message to Princess Leia. What are they? Go. Wait, Ethan, give me the letter. You got to give me the letter because that's not any of the answers. Oh, there we go. Okay, right. Cool. So the answer is C. Yes, it's a holographic star map. Fantastic. So I didn't say that because it doesn't say anything about it leads to Luke Skywalker, so I was a bit confused. But yes, C. It was good. So thank you very much, Ethan. Good stuff. Last question. No, stop it. What is the last thing Princess Leia says to Han Solo in The Force Awakens? Is it A, wait for me, B, I love you, C, may the Force be with you, or D, bring him home? What is the last thing Princess Leia says to Han Solo in The Force Awakens? A, wait for me, B, I love you, C, may the Force be with you, or D, bring him home? Last question. Go. I love this song's technically been going on for like 10 minutes. Fantastic stuff. Well done. And that is it. I mean, it goes on for a little bit longer, but I'm just not going to play the rest of that. So the answer is indeed D. Bring him home. So everyone gets points. Well done. La 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 la. Fantastic. Okay then. So the winner of today's quiz. The winner of today's quiz is Ethan. Well done, Ethan. Good stuff. Congratulations. You get the main points for the leaderboard, so we're whacking those up there. Nicely done. Then second place was Twigsy. Congratulations to Twigsy. You can points put up there. And then in third place was Veronica. There we go. Twigsy, you've been catching up with Veronica. You have. You're very close. Very close. What it will take now is for Ethan to log in and do a quiz without you guys to get some pace going. But Ethan, doing good, man. Doing good. Keep it up. So yes, well done. Well done. Dabble on the haters. Ethan, dabble on the haters. Throw down a meme. Bust a meme. Bust a meme. That's it. Oh, you did it already. Look at you. Always on it, mate. Always on it. I love it. Always on it. Busting memes. Busting memes. Right. So then I said as a little gift, I would read out the lyrics to Gangnam Style in English. So, okay, here we go. So Gangnam Style is not a translatable term. So Oppa Gangnam Style is not a translatable term. So the lyrics are: a girl who is warm and humanly during the day. A classy girl who knows how to enjoy the freedom of a cup of coffee. A girl whose heart gets hotter when night comes. A girl with that kind of twist. I'm a guy who is as warm as you during the day. A guy who one-shots his coffee before it even cools down. A guy whose heart bursts when night comes. That kind of guy. Beautiful, lovable, yes you. Hey, yes you. Hey, beautiful, lovable, yes you. Hey, yes you. Hey. Now let's go until the end. Oppa is Gangnam Style, Gangnam Style. Oppa is Gangnam Style, Gangnam Style. Oppa is Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. Sexy lady. Oppa is Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. Oh. A girl who looks quiet but plays when she plays. A girl who puts her hair down when the right time comes. A girl who covers herself but is more sexy than a girl who bears it all. A sensible girl like that. I'm a guy who seems calm but plays when he plays. A guy who goes completely crazy when the right time comes. A guy who has bulging ideas rather than muscles. That kind of guy. I can see why this song was so popular. Hey, beautiful. Beautiful, lovable. Yes, you. Hey, yes, you. Hey. The chorus. Da, da, da. Is there another one? All right. Then the last verse. Here we go. What a psychopath. Right? I know, right? Jesus Christ. On top of the running man is the flying man, baby, baby. I'm a man who knows a thing or two. On top of the running man is the flying man, baby, baby. I'm a man who knows a thing or two. You know what I'm saying? Oppa is Gangnam Style. I think that's how they should sing it from now on. Those are the lyrics. I mean, sure. A banger. A timeless banger, people. Right, everyone, I must go. Thank you very much for today. Really appreciate you all being here. Love you dearly. I will see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. And Twigsy, have you had a chance to go through that table at all? Have you done any of that thing that I sent you, or are you not going to do it? Like, where are you at? You can imagine some kind of egotistical superhero. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. It's a bit much, really, isn't it? It's a bit much. Yes, have a wonderful 24 hours. And we'll see you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to actually go ahead on the book. So I'm going to get ahead of you. I haven't done it. I forgot, but I don't think I'll do it if that's okay. That's fine. No problem. I'm going to get ahead on the book, and I will see if there's better activities, like quicker activities to do, so that it doesn't take as long and it isn't quite so confusing. But we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to do it in my own time. But yes, wonderful. Love you all. See you tomorrow, 12 p.m. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.